Bangladesh resumed the morning on 40 for 2, and at the drinks break, they are now 66 for 3, with with Kemar Roach picking up the third wicket just as they took the drinks break. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the number one cricket channel in the Caribbean. I appreciate your company, and as we do this watch along up to lunch, I look forward to your interactions. Also, I want to welcome all of you who are not able to watch the cricket and have tuned in to this watch along. I apologize for yesterday. I was preparing for the Jamaica Barbados Pride final of the Super 50, and that's why no cricket from the test match was streamed. No watch along for the test match was streamed. My apology. I also apologize for being late. I had the privilege of watching Virat Kohli and India pile it on Australia last night. So I never went to bed until after 5 this morning. And I just woke up 9:20 Jamaican time when I woke up. And I have to force myself out of bed because I know I have a responsibility to you all. So Roach picked up his first wicket of the match, and Bangladesh are 66 for 3 as we start the session leading up now to lunch. So Roach, that was shot at, caught by Hodge at second slip off the bowling of Roach for 18. Bangladesh 66 for 3, Roach over the wicket as the 3 slips goes down. Ball to Linton Dias, who played it out into the cover for a singer. The score moves up now to 67 for 3. I probably sounded a little goggy or something like that, so you can please understand. I apologize. As I said, I just woke up just a little about 40 minutes ago, and I spent the night last night watching the Australian match. So maybe I'm not coming over as clear as possible, but I hope you're hearing me clear enough, especially for those of you who are not watching the match. I apologize for yesterday for not bringing you any commentary. I hope that will never happen again in the future. But what happened is that West Indies actually have a final to play yesterday as Roach round the wicket, ball to Mahmud, who's taken on the pad as the ball goes out to forward short leg and there's no run. So there's 3 slip on a gully. There's a cordon of 4 players. Then there's a forward short leg. So Roach, 7.4 overs, 1 for 12. Bangladesh still needing a further 283 runs to win. So there's the cordon, 3 slips on a gully. It's a very fine gully. You could call it a very fine gully. Yes, 3 slips on a very fine gully, a backward point. Forward short leg, Roach, ball to Manumolo, drives through the covers. It running out towards the boundary. Joseph giving chase. It's not. I don't think it's going to get there. It has not, and they will definitely come back for 3. No, they stayed on 2. Well done, Joseph. So they stayed on 2. So Bangladesh, 69 for 3. Manimul, who is on 25. Manimul is a fairly decent batsman. He averages in the high 30s, close to 40 in Test cricket. So he's a very good batsman. He's their leading batsman. So round the wicket, Roach, ball to Manimul, that peel off the edge to the man at fine gully, and there is no run. The score is 69 for 3 at the end of over number 33. Resuming this morning and 40 for 2, they have lost another wicket. That's the wicket of Shadat, caught by Kavim Arch at second slip of the bowling of Kemar Roach. So the veteran have picked up his wicket. So of the 4 main bowlers, only Shamar have not gotten a wicket yet. Shamar is the most expensive. Up to a time up to bowling is 6th over. I think his 6th over went for 11 runs, and then the next 2 went for about 8 or 9 runs. So it's not really what I say is the most expensive. Yes, he's factually the most expensive, but not expensive. In the grand reams of cricket, he's not expensive, but of all the West Indies bowlers, the 4 main one, he is the most expensive. So I haven't had anything to eat yet from morning, but I don't have an appetite, having just woke up. So I have to take some time before I have an appetite. And at the lunch break, and I will have no rest, because at the lunch break we'll go straight into our regular Sunday show where we discuss everything concerning cricket, and I will have those two protagonists with me again, Basil and Dwight, and there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to talk about this morning. I don't know how we are going to cram it into 35 minutes, because the show this morning cannot be an hour and a half, because Test cricket is playing and we have to go back to the Test cricket. But I look forward to see you then. It will be a very, very exciting show. Please join us then immediately after this watch along, immediately when the team got the break. Joseph over the wicket bowls to Linton, who allows it to go through, and there is no run. That's Linton Diaz. So Linton Diaz is at the crease. He along with Mahmud. 69 for 3. Shamar Joseph, 8.2 overs, 1 for 4. That's good going. Good going by Shamar Joseph. 8.2 overs, 1 for 4. Nice. And James Franklin should be given some credit, you know. As a lot of time I bash James Franklin. Joseph bowls to Linton Das, who played this to mid-wicket. A forcing shot, but straight to Seals off the inner portion of the bat. There is no run. So Mahmud is on 25. Linton Das is on 1. Shamar Joseph, 8.3 overs, 1 for 4. 1 for 4. And earlier this morning, I saw him misfield the ball. And about 5 minutes later, somebody called me and said, you know, Joseph misfield that ball on purpose to let them know it field. But I don't think so. It was Roach bowling. So was it Roach? Yes, it was half Roach bowling. Joseph over the wicket bowls to Linton Das, who played it out into the offside, and there's no run. So there's 3 slip on a gully, a backward pointer cover. So that's the 5 fielders I'm seeing. I'm assuming that there's a forward short leg as the big burly fast bowler walk back to his mark. I'm not ignoring the comment. I'm coming to your comment in a short while. I'm coming to your comments in a short while. So Shamar Joseph, he comes in now. He's going to bowl to Das. 3 slips and a go down, bowl to Das. He covers up and there is no run. The score remains at 69 for 3. So the champion, welcome, man. Welcome to the show. Sweet bread, welcome to the show. I really appreciate you. Alban Ohm, welcome, man. Welcome. Yes, the West Indies boys are doing well. Stephen Roach, this is your cricket. West Indies have played a superb this game so far. This is Stephen Roach cricket. Joseph over the wicket, bowl shot outside the ash stump, cut away by Das, down towards the cover boundary. Shamar Joseph gives chase. He won't get there into the boundary now for 4. 73 now for 3, as that was shot outside the ash stump and cut away by Das. And so that it's a poor delivery, but that's cricket. He's not a machine. He has been bowling well. He has been bowling a tight line. He has been bowling a tight length. That was a poor delivery, but it's cricket. That's you. No matter how good a bowler you are, you're going to serve up one like those every now and then. So nothing wrong with that. Good for the batsman that he put it away and got 4 runs. Last night I saw Bumrah fired one wide down the leg side that went for 4 wide. 4 by. Did the umpire signal wide? I don't remember, but the keeper had no chance. So those things happen in cricket. So Mango Reef thinks that we need some bunks, so we need to bowl some short ball. And as you said that, I recall earlier I was saying that round the wicket comes Roach, bowls to Mahmud, who played it out into the covers, and there's no run. I was saying that Shamar Joseph bowled his first 6 overs for about 12 runs, and then the next 2 went for something like 8 or 9. And that was because he started pitching up the ball, and the ball was not set for a pitch-up ball field. Most of the fielders were behind the bat and squared, and he was pitching up. And so it wasn't really that he was bowling bad in the sense that he was over pitching. But under normal circumstances, a number of those deliveries would have gone to mid-off. Roach bowls to Manimolo, defends out into the offside, and there is no run. There's 3 slipper gully, a backward point, and a cover. 3 slipper gully, backward point, and a cover. So those are 6 of the fielders I'm seeing right now as 73 for 3. So yes, I agree with you. Maybe not necessarily bunks. Yes, we need to put in a few bouncers, but we need to keep it back of the length. So one over, he bowl a big over then, because after 6 overs, I think only 12 runs were off his bowling. And so it's none for 24. So that over went for 12. And I'm sure it's a matter of pitching up the ball. That's what caused it. So 73 for 3 after 34.3 overs. Manimal is on 25. Litan Das is on 5. Kemar Roach in his 9th over, 1 for 14, the veteran. They still trail by 377 runs. 377 runs. They still trail by 377 runs. Round the wicket comes Roach, bowl to Das, who allows it, Manimal should say, who allows it to go through, and there is no run. Maninol. So that's this situation here. 300. I noticed that a number of you think that. Good morning, Joseph. Good morning, Mr. Casanova. Anthony Jervis. Good morning. Good morning to you all. I appreciate it. Good morning to all of you. Respect. Paul Goodman. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Sherwin. Welcome. Good morning, Kirkamute. I noticed a number of you had said that you would have enforced the follow-on. I would not. Round the wicket bowls to Manimolo, drives back past the bowler. He got an hand to it, but cannot prevent it. Joseph from a wide mid-on has to come to his right and stopped it, and the score goes up to 74 for 3. I would not enforce the follow-on. I am still convinced after all these many years, the test match in which Brian Lara made the world record, the second one, the 400. If West Indies never enforced the follow-on, would have won that match. We should never have enforced the follow-on, even to go back and bat for an hour and a half, and just frustrate the lives out of the English, and then we'd have won that match. We'd have still have more than a day to get the 10 wickets. After what we bowl them out for, what, 150 or something like that in the first innings. Should never have enforced the follow-on in that match. We should have gone back to bat even for 2 hours, and then we would have won that match. I still believe so. I don't believe in enforcing the follow-on. I love to give the bowlers a break and come back fresh, especially when there's time. Roach bowls to Das, who play this out into the covers, and there's no run. End of over number 35. Bangladesh 74 for 3 after 35 overs. 74 for 3, still trailing by 376 runs. Later today also, in another hour or so, Manchester United will play Ipswich, the first match of the Amarin era. Well, I should be in my Manchester United shirt this morning. You know, when you woke up late, you don't have your bearings. So it's a no ball, so no ball signal. So Roach will have to bowl another delivery. No ball. The final delivery was a no ball. So just another opportunity to get another wicket. That's how I see it. Yeah, that was very, very tight. It's a line call though, so it's either a no ball or it's not a no ball. So the umpire deemed it. What do you think? Did he have something behind the line? That was absolutely tight. But when there's a line, it's either a no ball or it's not a no ball. So there's 3 slips now, a backward point, a short extra cover, and a cover. Bowls to Das, and Das played it to mid-on, and there is no run. That no ball was extremely tight. Whoa, I would have loved to see that zoom up, but from what I'm seeing, it's clearly not. It's. Oh boy, how do you call that a no ball? Isn't this a situation? Isn't that one of those occasions where the benefit goes to the bowler? No damage done, no no wicket was taken. I just believe it's one of those situations where you would have to give the bowler the benefit of the doubt. If there was a wicket, if he had gotten a wicket off the delivery, I could understand you calling that no ball. But in that situation, the bowler has to get the benefit of the doubt. I can't understand. Welcome, everyone. Roddy Latu, good to have you here. I would like West Indies to bat as much as they can, in my opinion. Joseph continues over the wicket to Maninol, who allows it to go through. Is that another no ball? So Joseph, 75 for 3. I would like West Indies to bat as much as they can, in my opinion. I would love to see our guys get the batting exposure. So as much as possible, since we have so limited test matches. I thank you for your view, Rodelatu. Appreciate your opinion coming through. Joseph, over the wicket, bowls to Moninol. That one came back off the seam. Well bowled, Alzari Joseph. That was lovely. So the big, tall, fast bowler getting the ball to seam back into the left-hander from over the wicket. Well bowled, Alzari Joseph. I love to see that. I love that sort of development. Definitely loves to see that sort of development. I know you don't like to say bad things about the players on the team. That is being an hypocrite and Sherwin, Sherwin, you're a legend of this community, as that is played out into the covers. That is played out into the cover, and there is no run. You're a legend of this community, Sherwin. And I'm going to ask you to rephrase. Rephrase, Sherwin. Don't do it. Take it easy, Sherwin. And there's no, and the thing about it, there's no parallel between what you're saying, because we have another show coming up later when we will discuss all of these things. So, Sherwin, I'm going to ask you to rephrase. Don't do that. That's out of order. Brian Banton said, when Jamaica finally, you mean over the wicket comes Alzari Joseph, bowls to Manimol, who covers up, and it comes off the outer portion of the bat to Gully, and there is no run. I saw one of the mainstream media in Jamaica. I don't remember exactly which one of them, reporting on the abandoned final yesterday, and the report was totally the opposite of what actually happened. The championship shared, the championship shared, and but I don't know who report it was. I hope that they delete that report. Over the wicket comes Joseph, bowls to Monimol, and he played it out to the man at cover, and there is no run. Good morning, Elton Tucker. Happy to have you here, man. From watching Australia-India cricket series, it's fun to watch a lot of short balls. Yes, it was an exciting series. It has been an exciting series thus far. India clearly have the upper hand. What do you think about Bumrah? What do you think about? You realize that the Australians are highlighting Bumrah action a lot. The media is highlighting Bumrah action a lot. What do you think about it? Beaten outside the half stump, 2 to Da Silva, 75 for 3 after 36 overs. What do you think about Bumrah action? They are highlighting it a lot. The ICC allows for 15-degree flex at the elbow. Flex at the elbow. You can really do anything with your wrist, You can do anything with your wrist. That's in the law. The wrist, you can do anything you want with it. It's really the elbow. And so they allow for a 15% bend in the elbow. That's what the law said. But what do you think? You know, that's the idea of Roach and Brathwaite in the starting 11, not the birthday man Kevin Sinclair not playing, is I don't know that word. I don't know that word, Sherwin. Roddy Latu believes that somebody like Craig Brathwaite should have been out there during the drinks break talking to Louis and Alic that might have helped them get through the 90s. But probably the coach should have. Seals comes into the attack, bowls to Linton Das, who played it to backward point, and there is no run. So for Seals, there are 3 slips, a gully, a backward point, and a cover. I assume there's a mid-on, a man at the fine leg boundary, and then probably a forward short leg. So that's the field for Jaden Seals. 3 slips, a gully, backward point, and a cover. A man at mid-on. So just as they show the field there, the scoreboard came up and blocked it. So it's very interesting. Probably was deliberate. Yes, so that's the field. Over the wicket, bowls to Das, who allows it to go through to the keeper. Jaden Seals back into the attack, down on pace there, just 128 kilometers per hour. 36 for 2. I would Roddy Latu, I would think that it was more likely the coach should have been out there. His action is okay in my opinion, said the champion. Thank you. Boomerang action is legal. His elbow is straight. If he was going for a lot of runs, nobody would be complaining about his action. Mangarif, I really don't hear anyone complaining about the action. I just asked the question, but it has been highlighted a lot by the cameras, by the producer, but I don't really hear any commentators saying anything about it. But I just put it out there. And I state what the law said, that the elbow, there can be a 15-degree flex, and you can do anything with your wrist. Good morning, John P. Mikyle. What is it now? John P. Mikyle. Please, I won't read that, John P. Mikyle, unless you give a reason. Over the wicket comes Seals, bowls to Das, who places away through the covers. It running out towards the boundary. They come back for 2. The score moves up to 77 for 3. So, John P. Mikyle, as long as you give a reason, you should, I will read it. As I saw Naya TV, he was saying that this conversation about Boomerang should have happened a long time ago, but the comment have passed by. I do not know what he had said in the next part. But I think he said this conversation about Boomerang should have happened. And that's intelligent. Those are the intelligent way I love, conversation. It's a conversation, so persons will have different opinion, as Das leaves that alone as it goes through outside the half stump and no run. So different persons will have different opinion about it, but it's a conversation. I love that. I love that, Naya TV. Roddy Latu also believe who was it that said it? Someone earlier said it, that someone should have gone out, and Roddy Latu was it Roddy Latu who is also saying, who was just reinforcing this point? Yes, they were. I don't know if Athanaze was nervous, but Mikyle Louis clearly was. Over the wicket comes Seals, bowls to Linton Das, and he plays it to mid-on, and there's no run. And that's something we are going to look at during I don't know if we're going to be able to get through everything we have to look at in that show, along with taking your comments, but we'll try. So Karis is saying, Karis 87, good morning to you. Good morning, Steve Russell. Well, yesterday, not good. Rain washed out the match. We have some views on it, and we'll look into those views. We will look into those views 77 for 3 during our show coming up at 11 o'clock. Immediately after this watch along, we will go right across to that show. 77 for 3 after 37 overs. So good morning, Steve Russell. Caris 87, good morning to you. According to the recent cricket laws of cricket, Bumrah action is legal. However, if Bumrah played in the early 2000s and before, there's no way his bowling would be legal. Shamar Joseph bowled to Mahmud, who played this away pleasantly down towards the cover boundary. Work for the fielder. Shamar Joseph catch up to it now and sends the return in. 2 more to the total. 79 for 3. So Mahmud is on 28. Litton Das is on 7. 37.1 overs have been bowled. 79 for 3. Still trail by a further 371 run. They need a further 171 runs to avoid being asked to follow on, but I don't think West Indies will enforce it. Although over 70% of you believe that West Indies will enforce the follow on. Well, that has dropped now to 69%. Over the wicket, bowls to Mahmud, who played this away down towards mid-off. Joseph there guilty of over-pitching, and they come back for 2. On a normal circumstance, that ball would have gone straight to mid-off, but to the attacking field that they have set, then it is easy to play the ball away through mid-off for a single. Well done to Justin Greaves with his century, a great overall batting performance in the first innings. Absolutely, Stephen Roach. What a player Justin Greaves is. And again, we're going to talk about Justin Greaves in that show, you know. So let's watch now. As he comes in. Over the wicket, Joseph bowls to Mahmud, beaten outside the arse stump as the ball goes through to the keeper. He's on 30. Remind you that he's probably Bangladesh's best batsman. Is he averaging more than Shakib? I know that Mahmud averages in the high 30s. He could be. So Sharon said, watching Craig Brathwaite is one of the reasons for the downfall of West Indies cricket. He's simple, boring. I can see why the young people have zero in Test cricket. Zero interest in Test cricket. That is false. Joseph bowls to Mahmud, who covers up into his inside edge into his body, drop down in front of him on the offside, no run. So Sherwin, zero interest, Sherwin. So all we have persons playing a Test match here. So Caris is saying, Sherwin, we're seeing. All right, thank you. Yes, Rohit Sharma is on his way out of Test match. Craig should take note. But Rohit Sharma, that may well be so, but Rohit Sharma is now in Australia. He came in yesterday, or today, Sunday, Australia time. So he's now he came in. Over the wicket, bowls. That's a sharp rising delivery. And the batsman in some trouble managed to get that off his short rib. And Mikyle is giving him a verbal piece. He's asking him, what you doing? You can bat better than that. That's so no ball called by the umpire. That was a sharp rising delivery towards the rib cage of the batsman. He was in all sort of trouble. He finally got his hand on it, but it was a no ball. And Mikyle is chatting away at Mahmud and saying, what you're doing is that's all the way you bat. No, welcome to the West Indies. So there is Mikyle welcoming Mahmud to the West Indies. That's a sharp rising delivery on his hip. Joseph over the wicket, bowls to Mahmud, defends to the man at cover. 3 slips on a gully. And Mikyle again chatting away, clapping on him. Yes, man. Say, welcome to the West Indies. This is pace. And Athanaze is getting in on the act too. Well done, man. Well done. And Mahmud don't seem to be talking back. Is he? No. Is he coward? So there's 3 slips of gully, a backward point forward shortly. As a big fast bowler turns at the top of his mark. He begins to move in now. Oh, Just about now, he starts his run-up. Over the wicket, ball to Manimal, short, ducked under the bouncer, through to the keeper, no run. The score is 82 for 3 at the end of over number 38. Rodney Latu believe that Greaves and Lewis should open, followed by Carty, Alic, and Hodge. Don't agree that Greaves should open. I think he should stay at 6. But as I said, you are all entitled to your opinion. It's welcome. Your opinion are always welcome. Always welcome. But I would not. Good morning, Mr. Brown. What do you think about the result about the Jamaica versus Barbados match yesterday? Paul Andrews, that I can tell you now, I can give you an hint. That's the first thing we are going to talk about in the show coming up immediately at the lunch break. So we have a show coming up with 2 guests, Dwight Chateau and Basil Butcher Jr., who is the son of the former West Indies legend, Basil Butcher. And he was also a coach of the USA women team. And that's the first thing we are going to talk about. So I invite you to join us then, Paul Andrew. My own opinion, I have my own opinion. I'll express them then. You know, when you have a show, you don't want to give away everything. So please understand. You appreciate that. But thank you for the question. Thank you for asking. But please join us then. So Glenn Camber is over the wicket, comes, bowls to Manimolo, drives through the covers, down towards the boundary, just another 2. If you are a betting man, Glenn Camber, let's take a bet. I love bet on these things, you know. Win or lose, I love bet on these things. Win or lose. But as I said, but the last time I bet and win, the man didn't pay me. What's his name? Roger Hines never paid me. And that guy in the chat group, what is his name? Andre Billy. Andre Billy never paid me either. So I'm not betting you, because when I win, you guys are not paying. So Roger Hines never paid up and Andre Billy never paid up. Welcome, Patrick Lambert. Have you contacted Therese as yet? Over the wicket, Seals bowls to dash short, pulled away, down to backward square leg. They will get 1. The score moves up to 85 for 3. So Maninol will come and strike. He's on 30. Linton Das is on 10. Could we play both Old and Greaves and reconsider replacing one of the batsmen? Said Stephen Roach. No, I don't think so. None at all. That's not possible. I didn't mute this phone. A gentleman that he and I went Mikyle University together. At that time, it was Mikyle College. He's calling me. I will have to call him back after the live show. Well, I hope he understands. I will call him back. But batchmate, you always respect your batchmate. Curtis Foster, good morning. Good to see you. Happy that you are here, man. Thank you for the greetings. 3 sips on a gully, goes down, Seals round the wicket, bowls to Maninol, who played it out to backward point. There is no run. So 3 slips a gully, backward point cover, forward short leg and a straight mid wicket. And I assume there's a man on the backwards and the long leg boundary. So he said, everything going. I'm great, man. I'm great. I'm just late. I'm probably a little nasal because I woke up late after not sleeping last night. And so at that time, you're probably a little nasal. So apart from that, I'm great. I am hungry, but I don't have any appetite to eat as yet. But nonetheless, that will work itself out. Around the wicket comes Seals, bowls to Manimal, beaten outside the half stump, through to the keeper, and there is no run. 85 for 3. What happened to the game between Barbados and Jamaica? It was declared, both teams were declared champion, and so that's the situation. It was rained out yesterday. Sherwin and Kai. I love that, Sherwin. I love you pointing out your facts. But again, we all know that Sherwin a lot of the time Sherwin doesn't get the facts right. So so let's see what happened. Round the wicket, come Seals, bowls to man and all allows it to go through to the keeper. No run at the end of over number 39. 85 for 3. West Indies having Bangladesh 85 for 3 in reply to 450 declared yesterday. 450 for 9. So they need a further 165 to avoid the follow-on, to avoid the possibility of being asked to follow on. So, Links. So, Links, welcome to the show, man. Happy to have you here. Glad that you are here. We hope and look forward to the interactions from you. So, Links is a Jamaican Englishman living in Florida. I'm enjoying their cricket live ball to watch in regards to West Indies cricket. Thank you very much. Links is happy to have you here. The champion is saying that Greaves is great at number 6. I believe so too. The second new ball usually comes around that time and he knows how to deal with it. Thank you. Last 10 matches, excluding this game, which is 20 innings, Craig have only scored 250s. Our senior guy. Right. It's really piling on. So Justin Greaves is coming into the attack. This is good to see. Justin Greaves usually gets a wicket every match that he plays. Well, there's it on the screen. 3 matches, 3 wickets. Over the wicket comes Greaves, bowls to Das outside the half stump, steered it away through the covers. Shamar Joseph gave chase. They come back. They stay on 1. It's 86 for 3 after 39.1 over. So Sherwin is saying, I actually would like to find a left-handed opening batsman. I know where you're going, Sherwin. I know where you're going. I absolutely know where you're going, Sherwin. And Mango Reef is taking him there too. So John Camber is back. I'm just saying we need some production of the opening position. We need more production of the wicket-keeping position. Yes, that's a position that we also need to look at. Joshua Da Silva continue to get out playing around his pad. Let's watch Justin Greaves. Over the wicket, bowls wide, very wide outside the half stump. I want to be careful here now, because I am oftentimes misinterpreted. I see Justin Greaves as a viable bowling option. However, I would have preferred to bowl Hodge at this stage. After bowling 4 seamers, I would have gone with Hodge. I would not have gone with the 5th seamer. Over the wicket come Greaves, bowls to Manimolu, cuts this to the man at gully, and there is no run. But you know what is going to happen as I said that? Justin Greaves is going to get a wicket. He's going to get a wicket, and Craig Brathwaite is going to be proven right for the decision. So there's 3 slips at gully, a deep backward point, a short cover, short extra cover, mid-off, and a mid-on. So you could, or is it a short cover, short extra cover, a mid-off and a mid-on, a short mid-on, short straightish mid-on. Greaves over the wicket to Manimal outside the half stumps allows it to go through to the keeper, no run. So there are 2 slips of gully, a deep backward point, a short cover, a short extra cover. Both of them are probably about 5 or 6 meters apart. And then there's a mid-off and a mid-on. So that's the field. How many is that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the other fielder probably is on the long leg boundary. Let's watch now as Greaves over the wicket, bowls to Manimal outside the half stump. That Silva didn't gather. The score stayed on 87 for 3 though. That was wide outside the half stump. So you usually get this from Greaves when he's starting his bowling attack, when he's starting his bowling spell, which I do not have an issue with, is that he start wide outside the half stump, and then gradually inch his way closer to that half stump. I do not have an issue with. So there's a field. I assume the other I have not seen one of the fielder. Over the wicket, balls to Manimal, much closer, and that one took off after pitching. Da Silva collects above his head. The score remains at 87 for 3. 128, 129, just about Jason Ola pace. So, not just about, it's in the same ballpark. It's in the same ballpark with Jason Ola. So Kevin Sinclair's on the field. He probably on for Kemar Roach. Kevin Sinclair's on the field. It would be interesting to see who's on. Greaves ball wide outside the half stump again, through to the Silva. The end of the over, 2 runs conceded, a wide and a run off the bat after the first delivery. It's 87 for 3 at the end of over number 40. Greaves' first over going for 2 runs. Definitely would have loved to see, though, the left arm spinner instead of the same old, you know. So Glenn Cambry saying Brathwaite won't enforce any follow-on because he wants to play another innings, especially now that his cricketing life is at stake. Bet on your name prize. But I don't think West Indies will enforce the follow-on if they have to do it. Your reason for giving it, I disagree with your reason, but I think West Indies will not enforce the follow-on. So Seals to continue. Karen Fritz, good morning to you, blessing. Now tuning in, having some roast bake and lemon tea from the wifey. Wow. Over the wicket, bowls to Linton Das, who plays it to cover. Wide mid-off, and there is no run. So Karen Fritz, enjoy it, man. Big up the wife. More deliveries for the batsmen to play, and I say bring on the part-time spinners. That would have been my choice, Karen Fritz, instead of going with the 5th seamer. Remember, we have Amrit Jangu on the waiting list, who had 2 successful domestic leagues, second to Greaves in hundreds, but score more runs. Yes, Jangu definitely is making a claim for himself. Bowls to Das, and he played this one to mid-on, and there is no run. Reddy Latu, you know, cricket is a funny game. It's a very funny game. But you know what comes to mind as you bring up Jangu is that in that match against South Africa, that warm-up match when South Africa was here earlier this year, he dropped a catch or 2 behind the wicket. And that is sort of some lasting impression. Every wicket keeper drop catches. We know that everybody drop catch. Over the wicket comes Seals, bowls to Das, turn it away to mid-wicket, no run. The score remains at 87 for 3. You know, everybody drop catches, every fielder, no one is perfect. But that is a sort of a lasting impression. Like Courtney Brown in 96? That's what Courtney Brown is remembered for. Not that he won the Champions Trophy with Bradshaw. He's not remembered for that. He remembered for dropping Steve Waugh at Savannah Park. And you know, but I think Django is on his way there. I wish him all the best. Over the wicket comes Seals, bowls to Das short, pulled away, down towards backward square leg. Shamar Joseph comes around to his left, sends the return in. The score moves up by 1, 88 for 3 after 40.4 overs. Manimal is on 20. Linton Das is on 12. Seals, 10.4 overs, 1 for 23. Stephen Barrow, welcome. I think the batsman should bat outside of the crease to Bumrah and make him change his length. He pitches he pitches his in swing wide and works it back in. I always love those comments that shows different tactics, different strategies. I always love that. Bowls to Manimolo played it out into the offside and there is no run. So Caris87 said, well, that is an issue with the short ball. Sure. Oh, so he's talking to Sherwin, so I will go to Patrick Lambert. And he's talking to Glenn Campbell. So love the banter. Joseph said, it would have been nice to have 3 centuries in an innings. Can someone tell me when was the last time that happened for the West Indies? I could research it and tell you later in the week. So Sherwin is saying that, Mr. Brown, my left-handed bat is Jeremy Solozano. Round the wicket comes Seals, bowls to Manimolo, covers up into the onside. Mikyle Lewis charges in and have a few words with him again. So this is good. I love it. So the score is 88 for 3 at the end of over number 41. Mr. Brown, my left-handed bat is Jeremiah Solozano. He has earned the opportunity. All right, thank you for your opinion. John P. Nicol, you know I don't do that, but you know the comments pass by. And so it's not all the time I'm looking. So I apologize. Well, I think you're just trolling nonetheless, John P. Nicol. And when is it that you and I ever agreed, John P. Nicol? We don't want, last Sunday we have an earthquake. We had an earthquake. We don't want another one, John P. Nicol. So I'm not going to agree with you. Da Silva right now plays in the playing 11 is tentative. Over the wicket comes Joseph. That's Greaves. As it goes through to the keeper, the batsman leaves alone as he bowled much closer to the off stump of the right-hander. But the same question, who do we replace him with? Who is better or even as good? There is no one. Shake my head. Caris is saying that I am never one, Caris, to say there's no one. There's always someone. There's a revolving doors as Greaves bowls to Linton Das, who played this down to mid-on, looking for the single. It's not on and there is no run. So Caris, whenever someone said there's no one or so on, you know, I believe it takes away from the value of the point you are making because there's always someone. There's always someone. God forbid, and I say God forbid, that Silva broke a finger in this match. God forbid, I don't want it to happen. We are going to find someone to keep the next match. So there's always someone. There's always someone. So here's Miss Mikyle. The decision of the follow-on will depend on how much Bangladesh make. If West Indies gets some quick wickets now and dismiss Bangladesh under 150, they'll enforce it. Don't agree, Mikyle. I don't think we'll enforce the follow-on. The bowlers already have 42 overs in their legs. Even if we get them out in the next 10 overs, that would be 50 overs. I don't see the follow-on being enforced. Over the wicket, bowls to Das, played it away to short mid-wicket, and there is no run. With the second test starting on Saturday and 50 overs, 50, 60 overs, they are not going to enforce the follow-on, Mikyle. Well, I wouldn't. The second test starts on Saturday. It's too close back-to-back to enforce the follow-on. You need to just give them that break to recuperate. If that skitted them out for 30 overs at the end of the day's play, and they would have the night to sleep and so on, 30, 35 overs, then it would be a different thing. But Greaves bowls to Das, turn it away through mid-wicket, runs 1. Run should say 89 for 3 in 41.5 overs. So that's my take on it. Gurr and Rose is saying Django and Jeremiah. And Caris is saying Jeremiah Solanzo, nah. He's totally in disagreement with it. Patrick Lambert is saying, Brown was our worst wicket keeper. That's how he got the name, Drop Me Brown. Wow, yes, Courtney Brown will always be remembered. And the thing about it, his surname pronounced the same as mine, although it's spelled with an E at the end. Greaves, over the wicket, bowls to Manimulu, cuts, misfield by Shamar Joseph at backward point, allowed the batsman to get a single. The score goes up to 90 for 3 at the end of over number 42. So Greaves, 2 overs, no maiden, none for 4. Linton Das is on 13. Manum Null is on 31. That's the situation of the game as we push up towards lunch. And it must be, Greaves got his 2 overs. It must be time now for the left-arm spinner. What's his name? Hodge. It must be time now for Hodge. Come on, Brathwaite. Come on, Brathwaite. It's time for Hodge. It's time for Hodge. In fact, I don't mind if Hodge, so Shamar Joseph is back into the attack. You know, I was going to say that I don't mind if Hodge bowls 2 over and Alic Athanaze bowl 1 before lunch, just to give the Pacers a break. But Shamar Joseph is back into the attack. Let's see how he will go. He probably got a wicket. Frank Kwamain, hello, respect to you. Sherwin is saying so Shamar round the wicket, bowls to Manimolu, played it to that man at mid-wicket. That's the captain there. Wide mid-on, mid-wicket, in that vicinity. And there's no run. He's asking, who do we have that is better than the Silver? No, I say no one. Well, that's your opinion, which you're entitled to, which I have no issue with, which in my opinion is different than no one can replace the Silver. Round the wicket, bowls to Manimolo. Again, Shamar Joseph over pitch and is driven down towards the long off boundary. Work for the fielder. They're gone for 1. They come back for 2. Brathwaite catches up with it now. Let's see if they will come back for 3. So they are back for 3. The score moves up now to 93 for 3. Shamar Joseph must realize that he needs to go back of a length hard into the pitch. He's looking to pitch up and looking for swing. On the face of it, nothing wrong with that. But the feel that you have demand that you don't give them any drive. Is he a motor vehicle inspector? Does he work with, what's the agency in Jamaica name that is your driver's license? Does he work with that agency? I don't know. Does he work with the Ministry of Transport in Guyana? Why is he bowling so many drive when the field is set so square? Joseph over the wicket, bowls to Das, who covers up and played it to the man at mid-off, and there is no run. He's looking for swing, but the swing is not there, so you have to adjust. So, curry turkey with golden peas and rice for lunch break. Wow, Roddy Lato, I hope you enjoy it, man. I hope you enjoy it. I just wish Imlach would pressure the Silver with better performances in regional cricket. Good point. Over the wicket comes Shamar Joseph. He bowls to Das. Das steer this away down to third man. They're gone for 1. They will come back for 2. Surely it won't go to the boundary. Jaden Seals picks it up and sends the return in. And 1 more to the total. 95 for 3. Much better delivery there from Shamar Joseph. Another day that would have gone straight to third slip or to the man at gully. Just happened that it goes into the gap. But that's where he needs to keep it. So, Dr. Brown, I am not trolling. You know your cricket in and out. Please tell us honestly, if you were batting on 97 runs, would you make such an atrocious shot to give away your wicket? Please, no, I would not. I understand you, John P. Mikyle, and I hope we're not doing any damage now. Over the wicket, Shamar Joseph ball outside the half stump, leaves alone by Das, and there is no run. I got your point, John P. Mikyle. I got your point. You are saying that it is not the out and 97. It's the way he goes about it. And by dropping him, you are sending a clear message to him. So don't do that again. I got your point. Strangely, that is something someone like me would consider, that John P. Nicol. That is someone. Joseph, over the wicket, balls to Das covers up, plays it to Brathwaite, who moves to his left, and there is no run. The score remains at 95 for 3 at the end of the over. 5 runs from that over by Shamar Joseph. It must be Hodge time now. Must be. It must be Hodge time. I think the first 3 he overpitched. I don't think the second 2 out of the second 2. So John P. Nicol, that is something that I can work with. Will I do it? I never considered it. But knowing the person who I am, I know that I love to send those messages. I definitely know that I'm someone who loves to send those messages. So I got your point. Yes, John P. Nicol, I got it. Yeah. To be truthful, it's something that I would do. But I did not consider it on this occasion. Patrick Smith, welcome, man. Good morning. Mikyle Louis was batting so good until he tried to get his 100 in one stroke. Yes. I said at the time, I think it was more psychological. Is it Brathwaite? Oh, he's continuing to bowl Greaves because I saw him with the ball. They are going to, I was reading the comment and there's a review here. I apologize to my listeners. So the West Indies have taken a review. Is after bowling of Greaves. I will tell you what happened. So Greaves, it was, who's the batsman? Is Mahmud. It came back off the seam. That looks straight though, probably height. But it came back off the seam. It looks to me that it pitched in line. Clearly no bat. Oh, inside edge. Oh, inside edge. Oh, inside edge. I understand why they took the review. Good decision by the umpire. Very, very good decision. Dharmasia is always a good umpire. Well done. Very good. So Mikyle Douglas is saying that John P. Nicol, some high school cricket coach should do that. Yes. Yes. That's why I'm saying that is something that I would do. But I never thought about it that way. Over the wicket comes Greaves, bowls to Mahmud, who defends out into the offside, and there is no run. You see what I'm telling you about Greaves? That he generally starts wide outside the half stump and works his way in closer to the batsman. And that's exactly what he has done now. The first over, wide, umpire even can't call the wide. But I don't mind that approach. I think it's a good approach. It's a little on the defensive side, but you get your body going, you get your juices flowing, and you don't go for runs. Greaves bowls pitched up, clipped away, down to middle, no run. The score remains at 95 for 3. So by starting wide outside the half stump and gradually work your way in closer, when you start out here, it's a defensive approach. So you get, as I said, you get your body start sweating, you get it start working, and you're gradually finding, and you come closer and closer to the batsman. I love that approach from Greaves, and exactly you see those last probably 6-7 deliveries is much closer to the half stump, even forcing Brathwaite to do a review. 2 slips on a gully goes down. Greaves bowls to Mahmud, allows it to go through outside the half stump, tighter to the half stump though. 95 for 3 after 43.4. So remind you, just as we end here, we are going to our regular Sunday show. So 64% of you believe that the follow-on should be enforced. The more overs they bat, is the less chance of it happening. So Lara did this to Sarwan and Bravo, if not mistaken. Greaves bowl short, pull away. down toward mid-wicket. Work for the fielder here. Who is that? Is it Casey Carty? As they come back for 2. 97 now for 3. 1 delivery to go. And so we could have another over before lunch. So just at the lunch, as we stop here for the lunch break, we will go straight into our regular Sunday morning show. So let's watch now as I will crowd the batsmen with both, Joseph said Sherwin. I am sorry, Craig Brathwaite field setting is piss poor. Over the wicket comes Louis, ball short, cut away, not Louis, cut away down towards cover. That Greaves should say. It's just that I saw that coming from Mango Reef about Louis, which I think was a very interesting one, and I think it's a good idea. I think he was saying that 99 for 3 at the end of over number 44. Mahmud is on 38 and Linton Das is on 15. Greaves, 3 overs for 9 or 8. It's off the screen. So Mango said, don't drop Louis. No, Mango, no one is saying drop Louis. Make him feel a forward short leg. Got your point. That's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point. So we can't get too relaxed. We were in the same situation and make 450. 99 for 3. That's good Sherwin. Good Mikyle Douglas. Outside the half stump, cut away down to the boundary for 4. Poor by Shamar Joseph. It was a long up. Das just played it away. Where is Kavim Aj? Where is Kavim Aj? You should have given Kavim Aj last over before lunch. So that was short and wide by Shamar Joseph. Cut away down to the boundary for 4. I think his last 3 overs have not been the same as his first 6. He's going to get a wicket now, though, you know. Joseph over the wicket, bowls to Das again. He loves the cut shot, but he cannot beat backward point this time. On the bounce to Seals at backward point, 103 for 4. So, Sherwin believe that Silva is better than Derek Murray. Stephen Russell said Shamar is getting hungry. Probably. Who to tell? Did he have a night out last night? So Das is on 19. Maninol is on 38. 103. Joseph Bowl flash misses through to the keeper. No run. The score remains at 103 for 3. So short again. Das flashes at that one and misses. It goes through to the keeper. A loose shot on the stroke of lunch. That's a very, very, very loose shot there by Das. So 103 for 3. Linton Das is on 19. Manimul is on 38. 3 deliveries to come before lunch. Bangladesh 103 for 3. Good point by Mikyle Louis. That by Mikyle Douglas. Shamar over the wicket. Bowls to Das. Tighter to the stump. Well bowled. He played it back down the onside of the pitch. There's no run. That's it. That's where you need to pitch it. That's it. Bowl the other 2 in that era. Love that shot. Love that shot. If you love that shot, you will get wicket. Any of you love that shot, you will get wicket. I'm telling you. Just love that shot and you will get a lot of wickets in cricket. That defensive shot. If you love to watch that shot as a bowler, you're going to get a lot of wicket in cricket. Because there's what you call natural deviation. So although the batsman is covering up, balls again, driven to the man at mid-on and there is no run, probably just a little too full, but still no run. So I was making the point about that defensive shot. Once you love to see the batsman play that defensive shot and they keep on playing it, ever so often, the ball is going to do something different. It's either going to come back into the batsman, or it's going to leave him, take him on the pad, or nick off the edge. So that's final delivery. I think this is a final delivery before lunch. Over the wicket, balls pitched up, driven, runs, over pitch again, down towards long on. They're gone for 1. They'll come back for 2. They'll stay on 2. That's the end of the session. 105 for 3. 45 overs have been bowled. Resuming on 40. On 40 for 2. They have scored 65 runs in the session, losing only 1 wicket. So at lunch on day 3, Bangladesh replying to West Indies 450 or 105 for 3. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We are going to go right over to our regular Sunday morning show. So see you in just about 3 to 5 minutes. Take care. See you then, and we'll answer your questions there.